Bloodsport. It's a DC villain little known to the general public, but it should gain notoriety with James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie that promises to be one of the big movies of this year. The Bloodsport story has a difference, as there are 3 different villains who use this code name. The first and best known is the Bloodsport used in the Suicide Squad movie. His name is Robert Bobby Du Bois. His first appearance was in Superman 2 in April 1987. Bloodsport was created by writer John Byrne in partnership with artist Carl Kessel. His great skill and training and comfort in his mental frailty, which was unstable because of his brother's injury in the Vietnam War, made him draw the attention of Lex Luthor, who convinced him that his enemy and the reason for all his trouble was Superman. Lex Luthor paid for and supplied what Bloodsport needed to defeat the Man of Steel, a device that put in his hands any weapon in his arsenal, and even a weapon with ammunition made a crick on it. What Lex didn't expect was Bobby's unpredictability. He made a massacre of innocents to hit Superman, which worked, but when he recovered, Superman managed to defeat the villain. Bloodsport has a brief encounter with Deadshot, who battled Superman and Batman together. He also appeared in crossover of Justice League and the Avengers. He ambushed Zod and Aquaman along with a group of other known villains. He later fought Iron Man, but is stopped by Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. Bloodsport was imprisoned for several years, and in jail he created an enemy, Alexander Trent, a fanatical racist who despised Robert. Alexander would become the second Bloodsport, same weapons and similar dexterity, but his hatred was racial. The prison director decided to organize a boxing match to end the growing racial violence taking place inside the jail. The fight was between Bloodsport Robert against Bloodsport Alexander. To represent order and justice, the prison director invited Superman to be the judge of the fight, which he accepted. Predictably, everything quickly got out of control and a riot broke out. During the violent scuffle between the inmates, Robert managed to get his hands on one of Alexander Trent's guns, and he used it to make a pass through the prison wall, but when he ran towards freedom he was apparently shot dead by the guards at the jail watchtower. James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Bloodsport. Director James Gunn likes to adapt the less famous characters for his films, as with these characters he has more freedom to work. As far as we know, Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba, will have a story similar to Deadshot, the villain we saw in the first Suicide Squad, and played by Will Smith, who could not participate in the second film, which led the writers to put an anti-hero in place, so they adapted Bloodsport. In the film they will take the story of its origin, as in that trailer we saw that he shot Superman with kryptonite ammunition, but he didn't kill him, like in the magazine of his origin. They added a son to encourage the bloodthirsty to do right and stay alive. He will lead the team to carry out the mission at the behest of Amanda Waller. On the small screen he has appeared in the series Supergirl, where he was played by David St. Louis in the episode Girl of Steel. Bloodsport is another anti-hero that with the charisma of his interpreter will win over many fans.